Now a party political broadcast by the Labour Party.
When this government we've got now came in 10 years ago, no one really knew what to expect. We just knew they were different, that's all. Different from any other government we'd had before, Tory or Labour. But people were prepared to give them a chance. What they mostly went on about was freedom of choice, standing on your own 2 feet, that sort of thing. And one of the first things that happened was a lot of our factories went broke. Millions of people were thrown straight out of a job. Still, the rest of us sort of accepted that this was an unfortunate first stage on the road to a new prosperity. Meantime, of course, we had plenty of North Sea oil to fuel the economy, so to speak. And pretty soon, the government started selling things off. You know, telecom, gas, water. So a lot of us who were still in work were actually better off for a while. Of course, we noticed things weren't completely perfect. Streets getting dirtier, crime on the increase. Well, you know the story. But old Maggie got out there in the park picking up litter for the photographers, so we kind of thought something was happening. And even the health service, which everyone knew was not exactly in peak condition, well, the government would bandy about the statistics, till in the end we were almost doubting the evidence of our own eyes. Anyway, when they cut income tax, well, we all felt that things were okay. And other things like buying our own council houses, they made us feel sort of, you know, wealthier. So perhaps it's understandable that we didn't really notice some of the other things that were going on. For instance, all that manufacturing we lost at the beginning. Well, the oil and sell-offs sort of covered up those problems. And even when industry picked up again, we just weren't doing well enough to keep up with the likes of Germany and the rest of our competitors. So there was a lot of credit about. And because we weren't making enough things in Britain, we bought foreign goods. Well, you know what happened. Huge debts on credit cards and bank loans, and the old balance of payments deficit hit record levels. As a matter of fact, it's still getting worse. So the government tried to get things under control by putting up interest rates, then putting them up again, and again. But that just hit us in our mortgages. A bit of a blow from a government that was supposed to be in favour of home ownership. It didn't work either. Inflation here is the highest of all our competitors. And this from the government that said inflation was enemy number one. And one thing nobody seems to have noticed is that we pay more taxes than we did under the last Labour government. Well, all except for the very rich, that is. That's because taxes like VAT and national insurance more than cancel out any gains we made from income tax cuts. And now, to top it all, there's the poll tax. Well, what can I say? It's no wonder all these government ministers are jumping off the ship. To tell you the truth, I'm not much interested in whether these Conservatives are con men making their friends rich or just plain incompetent. The effect's the same, and it's not good. Also, this is a democracy. Enough of us wanted to believe in their miracle. The thing is, what do we do to make it right? The way I see it is that the Germans, the Japanese, the French, even the Americans don't believe in letting their industries stand on their own 2 feet. That's why they're all doing better than us. They know it's the government's job to help make things happen, like training, education, proper transport systems, that sort of thing. Our industries are standing on their own 2 feet, all right, but they've got both hands tied behind their back. As for freedom of choice, it's turned out to be freedom for those with plenty of cash. It's always easy to be wise after the event, but a lot of people feel they've been had. And it's pretty obvious now that whatever way you dress it up, the whole Tory experiment was, well, a house of cards.
Join the Labour Party. Telephone 01200 0200 or write to The Labour Party, Free Post, London SE17 1BR.